live.
Great. We're glad you're here. I see there's some people in the house already. Good morning, Peg and Liz. We're happy that we have a live audience. We're also happy when people come and visit and watch later. And we are art journaling today. So this is the month of Art Journal Habit 2017. We have a list of prompts, and if you're interested in joining the fun, that list of prompts is on Art Joy of Sharing, which is a Facebook group. And we also have them out on our Instagram feed. So come and join us. And I see Michael Ann is here. Good morning, Michael Ann. And Donna is joining us. So good morning, all.
Yes, good morning, good morning. I'm back from my trip, so I'm not Cindy Utter. I'm Shel. I watched last week's show, and it was great.
Yeah.
So I really enjoyed it. I watched it while I was on my trip. Today is day 9 of hashtag Art Journal Habit 2017, and the prompt is zoo. So that's what we are doing today, is our zoo pages.
Right.
So I know Peg has a ton of really fun stuff. Let's see. You got out all your stuff over there? I just switched it to you.
Oh, I pulled some stuff out. The inspiration for me today is this picture. I'm waiting for it to pop up here. There's a little lag time, and I'm watching on YouTube. So I had been to San Diego and done the, what do they call it, safari. And I had taken photos when I was out there, and I actually got to hand feed these giraffe. So that's my inspiration for my page today.
Hi, Deborah. Hi, Lisa.
And I also have this pocket coloring book, which has cool jungle looking stuff in it. So I thought I might use that, and, you know, just a bunch of stuff. I have a palette of colors. I've got out some blues and purples and then some brownish colors, and I think this is what I'm going to work in.
Okay, well, she has a lot more interesting stuff than I do. I got out some papers out of just my stash. This is one that somebody had sent me. It's a handmade paper. It was in Happy Mail, and it looks like to me that they took a piece of already made mulberry paper, or else they made it themselves, and then they put these little other pieces of handmade paper in a lighter color on the top. It reminds me of a turtle shell, so I pulled that one. This one is from a paper bag that has this safari animal-y looking print on it.
That's so fun.
It might even be from the zoo. I'm not sure, but I know it's a paper bag. I've got this really crazy zebra one that is tissue paper. I believe Fran Rogo sent it to me. And it's a zebra print over very bright colors. I liked that. Then this is a napkin that looks like a cheetah or a leopard cat.
Yes, it does.
And then this is just like banana fiber paper, and I just thought it looked, I don't know what it looks like.
Looks
something.
amazing.
And then I have a stamp set, but I don't know if I'll use it. And besides that, I have no idea what I'm going to do. So I have my junk journal. You guys remember that I made this junk journal on live. So it was remember it was the stab binding one. And that's what I've been doing on my pages. And if you haven't been watching on my channel, I don't know if you have or not. And I think we have Edwidge, and we have Marie, and Willow has joined us. So hello, everyone.
Deborah, and let's see who else.
Donna, Michael Ann, Azure Muse.
We have
Sybil. Hi, Sybil.
Here, so yay! Good morning, everyone.
So it looks like Peg's already started, and I'm just gonna collage. She looks like she's got some acrylic paint going on over there.
Yeah, I'm just getting some color down. I'm not even going to gesso the page today. I'm just going to, because I'm going to put layers on here with stenciling and stuff. So I think I'm just going to use the acrylic as my barrier. I'm using the DecoArt Media Paint right now. And slapping some color around.
Hi, Gina. Hi, Laura.
Good morning, everyone.
And I'm not going to gesso either because I'm going to just collage my entire background with paper, so that will cover up all this stuff on here.
Yes, it will.
Yes, that's a good way. That's one thing about junk journals. You got to figure out a way to cover up all the crazy graphics and stuff that's on there. That's your first challenge. Try to figure out how to do that. I think I'm just going to be real general here. I don't know.
I was going to gesso, and then I thought, no, I don't want to take the time. I'm just going to do it. And that's the way a journal is. You just go for it. You don't necessarily have to always follow all the rules.
Oh, I never follow rules. Rules are nonsense. Take the rules and throw them out. Just do it your own way.
Ooh,
I mean, I would care if I was like going to sell this or something, but
yeah, exactly. Yeah. Exactly. But that's not what journaling is about.
Nope. My phone is ringing. I don't know if everyone can hear that.
I did
like
not.
The house phone. Why?
That's good.
Yeah. Why do we even have a house phone? I'll tell you why we have a house phone. It's because my husband is a lunatic. He in this day and age, the man does not carry a cell phone.
Yeah, mine doesn't either. I got him one, and then all of a sudden he decided he didn't want one anymore. Okay, what's that telling you? I do everything or too much for you, or what? Oh man. So then I got one of those free numbers to put on his phone because I thought, this is nuts. He has to have a way to call. Because we still own the phone, right?
Right.
Anyway, it's a guy thing, I think. So I have my first layer. I'm going to mute and dry.
Okay, I'll switch it over to me. I don't have my first layer yet. I've got one piece. And I'm like half listening. Somebody left a message on that phone. That's shocking. And I was trying to half listen to what they were saying, but I couldn't really hear. So I hope it's not an emergency. If it was, I would think they'd be able to just call my cell phone. But pretty much every phone call that comes in on that is just some silly, telemarketer or something.
Okay, for some reason I can't get back to where I was, so you may hear a little bit of noise.
Yeah, it's not too bad. I could hear it a little bit, but not bad.
I'm using my quieter one.
So this napkin, I'm going to use liquid. I always talk about this on my channel. I think it's my thing. Like different glues for different stuff, but this napkin is going to show the text from underneath, which kind of bugs me a little bit, but that's life. It's just the first layer anyway.
Well, yeah, Ooh, I like this turquoise with the brown and gold.
Let's see what you got. Oh yeah, that looks animally already, the way that you've done it in kind of a vertical pattern. Kind of looks like zebra.
And just where I'm headed, right?
Mm-hmm.
All right, so let's see. I need a little bit of this.
I don't know if I should use this.
Put it on.
Who else has joined us? Barbara, Vicki.
Barbara. Who is the prompt? That's right. Got it. So now I'm going to use some of this Art Basics in a deep violet.
Pretty.
Almost purple, huh?
Almost. Close. Anyway.
And I think I'll start with some stencils and a sponge. I can locate my sponges. Oh, it's always here somewhere. There it is.
The question is always where.
These soft sponges, they're the ones that you get to do your pan pastel work with, because it's like a compressed sponge. It's more solid. It doesn't, I don't know, it just has a different feel to it. And when I'm doing stenciling, I really like it for stenciling.
Loving this silly stuff. Talking to myself.
Okay, you talk to yourself all you want.
Yeah, I guess I'm talking to everyone in this case when I'm talking to myself. Can't really get away from that.
So we had a hangout yesterday.
Oh yeah, we did.
Barb was there, and if you guys are part of Art Joy is Sharing, we are doing a monthly hangout on Zoom, which is another platform. And the nice thing about Zoom is everybody can join, and you can join with whatever you have. So like if we had one gal that didn't have a video camera, but she did have a microphone, so she was able to join us in the chat and talk and not have to type. But you know, it wasn't necessary for her to have a camera to be with us and to share. And she was in South Africa, and that was kind of cool.
Yeah, that was really cool. To think that you can connect to people and just sit there and talk for a couple hours while you're arting with someone so far away and in such a different place, you know?
Yeah.
That's awesome.
It is amazing to me that, you know, with the technology that we have, we can do the things that we're doing. Like you can sit in Tucson and I can sit in Iowa.
Yeah.
And we can talk to all of these people who are all over the place. It's great.
Yeah. I think that might have been the first time I've ever like actually talked to someone from South Africa. I know there's a couple YouTubers that are from there, and I watch their videos, but
well,
actually have a conversation like that, that's the first time.
It's kind of cool, you know, in those live streams that you watch, like we watch Nikki and those guys that are in Australia and
New Zealand, yeah.
New Zealand, and yeah, I mean, it's cool. Yeah. And I like it because, you know, I think sometimes you get a little different perspective on art. They're using different materials that we don't have, and
yeah,
it's fun.
For sure. I was excited by our thing yesterday. I was so tired and grumpy that I was thinking to myself before I got there, I don't want to, you know, I don't want to go do this. I don't want to talk to people because I'm kind of an introvert anyway. And but when I got there, I was like, oh, this isn't at all what I expected.
Well, and you made art and you had a good time, so yay.
Yeah, I got some things done that I needed to do that I was behind on, and yeah, it's an adjustment coming back from a trip when all you did was, you know, sit around and do nothing, and then now you're back to trying to get something done. And
yeah,
it's an adjustment.
I hear you. I've got a couple trips coming up, and it's always an adjustment. I don't know, easy transition.
Yeah, I think when I was younger, maybe it wasn't such a big transition, and maybe now that I'm getting old and decrepit, I have a hard time switching gears.
I think that the thing that's different for me is I don't stress out about the holidays and all that stuff anymore. You know, you used to, when you had kids, you were worried about how to make it special for them and everything. And it's like, okay, that's up to my kids to do now because it's the grandkids, and I don't have to worry so much about that.
Yeah, that's true. I'm lucky if mine will even come to, you know, they don't necessarily come home from college. They've got jobs, and you know,
yeah,
and those type of jobs don't necessarily let you leave. So,
well, we don't even have, you know, Thanksgiving and Christmas anymore. We call it Thanksmas in our house, because it's whenever we can get together.
Yep.
And we are just thankful that we can do that. And we just call it Thanksmas, and we do our whatever exchange we're going to do and all that at that time. So happy Thanksmas.
Yep. I'm just a little bit younger than you, and my kids are a little bit younger, so I still feel that pain.
Yeah.
Especially because one of them just went to college this year, and it's like,
Yeah. And you're
I
probably
want
saying,
you
oh, I hope
home.
he makes it and we get to spend a lot of time. And
Yep, I hope so. Depends on the job.
yeah.
They don't care what mommy's feelings are. The job doesn't care. It's like, I need this person to work.
Patricia Stubbs says you're not old. Laura says they don't do Christmas either. Could you tell more about Zoom? Oh, sure. Zoom is just another platform. It's zoom.usa is the website. And what we do is we post the link for the Zoom event in Art Joy Sharing so that you can just click on a link and go right into the room and share with us. What you want to do is create an account with Zoom. It's just like Google or anything else. You just, tell them who you are and make a password so that you can go in. That kind of prevents, a bunch of trolls or anything else like that coming in. And that way, when you sign in, we know who you are and can say hello. So, and I'll try to remember to post a link to Zoom in the description box below. But if you're a member of Art Joy Sharing, we put an event up for that each month, and you just have to click on that event tab. We many times have more than one event during the month. Like this month, we're doing the journal page, which is one of the things that we're doing here today. So, I mean, there are a lot of fun events to participate in. Last month, we did a exchange of printed tissue paper. And that's always fun to get all those images from another artist to use on your projects.
Yeah.
So come join us. Art Joy Sharing Facebook group.
Yeah, it's kind of this channel is kind of the companion to the Facebook group, sort of, if you want to think of it that way.
Yep.
Huh, this paper is weird. I guess I have it switched back over here.
What's it doing?
It's coming apart.
Uh-oh.
It's this layered paper.
Yeah.
So now I'm like putting glue under the glue with the glue on top. I might actually want to peel a little bit back though, because these light green pieces were so big that they were kind of obscuring the dark green. But I don't know. It's definitely handmade, fibery.
Okay.
This one has the top one, the light green one on top has a really high cotton content. And I think the other one is more like a fibrous one, but I'm not getting very far really here yet.
Well, it's early in the game.
Yeah. Just trying to make an interesting background. And
yeah, exactly. And the backgrounds take time because you're doing layers of things. So
yep.
Yeah. Like I said, I've got my first layer. Now I've got my second layer with this first stenciling. And I'm going to wash that sponge before it gets clogged up. And then I'm going to go to a new stencil.
Switch back over to you.
And what do I want to use? Oh, this is interesting. This is a Tim Holtz stencil. It's called Crocodile.
Oh, there you go. Now we got crocodiles at the zoo.
Now we have crocodiles involved in all of this. So I think I'll use a couple of these blues. I have what is this? This is Lake Blue and Viridian. Wait a minute. Yeah, Viridian.
Viridian?
No, it doesn't have an N.
Oh, just Viridia?
Yeah.
Viridian.
I don't know. It's one of those. It's a blue green.
Verde. It's verde.
Yeah.
That's green in Spanish.
Okay.
I was just in Mexico.
Maybe that's it. Maybe it's Italian or something. I don't know.
I don't know. You just never know. I was, my mom and I, we were at a restaurant and we were having some, oh my gosh. I was in Mazatlan with my mother, and Mazatlan is the capital of shrimp. That's like their #1 export. So there's shrimp everywhere. So we were just having a shrimp fiesta. You know, we were having shrimp every night. If there was something shrimp, we were having it. And so we were at this restaurant.
Yeah.
And the shrimp that I ordered was called seahorse.
Oh.
And what it was they took some cream cheese and stuffed it inside these big shrimps. And then they rolled it in coconut and sesame seeds.
Oh my.
And then they, fried it up or whatever. And then they had mango dipping sauce.
Oh, yum.
It was so good. So this was the first time we'd been at this particular restaurant. It was called Los Arcos, the Arc.
You'll be going back, right?
Yeah, well, if I ever go back to Mazatlan, I'm going back there. But the reason that Verde reminded me of that, and the reason that I went off on this tangent, is because, my family is very into soccer. A lot of soccer going on in my family. My sons play; they referee. My husband, he plays, and so soccer is becoming a thing in the United States, which it's very much a European sport, and it hasn't really been a thing.
Yeah.
But now it's becoming a thing. And I was so surprised that they're at the restaurant on their TV, and in Mexico, soccer's like, it's like a religion almost, it's everywhere. But they had the MLS, which is Major League Soccer, which is the American League of Soccer, on the TV. And it just so happened that it was the Portland Timbers, which is a team that I follow.
Yeah.
And playing against the Houston Dynamo. And I was so excited because here in Mexico, they had American soccer. And so I was trying to explain to the little man who was our waiter, who didn't speak any English, why I was so excited. And I kept pointing to the TV and saying MLS, and I was trying to tell him it was the Portland Timbers. And I'm trying to communicate, which is a theme when you're in Mexico and no one speaks language. And finally I said, I picked up my shirt and I said, Verde, Timbers. And he finally figured out
that you're a fan.
That the green jersey meant that I was a fan of that team. And then he was like all smiles and nodding, and it was cute. It was very cute.
Good story.
So I had trouble remembering any sort of words in Spanish, when you can sit and think about it, you can think of something to say, but when you're like trying to explain something and you just don't know what the words are, and you just get so annoyed. What do I mean? What am I trying to say? How can I express myself? So I spent 2 weeks doing that. And I was happy to come home just so that I didn't have to try to communicate anymore. Plus, I wanted to get back to my life in my studio and my whatevers. So
now that your studio is all arranged, I bet you're really enjoying being in there.
Oh, it's not that arranged.
Oh,
I have so much, especially after watching the live show last week and seeing all the fun glue book stuff and how she had everything so organized by size and everything. And then like, I want to do that.
Yeah, I'm not that organized either. I'm working on it.
I haven't had time to, really, I've just got piles at this point. Plus still some of the stuff is in the other room. And by Thanksgiving and Christmas, I need to get that other stuff cleaned out so that if somebody does come, there'll be a room that isn't piled up with papers that I've been hoarding or something. So what is everyone saying anyway? I'm trying to cut here. Peggy says she has scrapbook paper that has safari animals.
Cool.
So she's cutting them out. Barb
Good.
says she stamped a whole page with the African animals.
Awesome.
And Gina says she was very happy about the exchange event and she got her first happy mail from California.
Yay. That's cool.
So that's what the last few things were.
It's always fun to get stuff in the mail from people, isn't it?
Yeah, even if you're expecting it, or even if you've ordered something and you know it's coming, it's still so fun to see it when it arrives and you can open up. Ah, look what I got! Dang it! This green paper is really giving me a problem.
Oh,
it's separating, and I didn't realize it was going to do that. It doesn't want to stay down. I was just trying to trim the edges, and now I've got like all this paper peeling up and grrr. That's the thing with some handmade papers and stuff. You never know what you're going to get when it comes to collage.
So I think for my next layer.
She's on her next layer. I haven't even finished my first one.
I'm going to mix a little black in with that violet just to get a different shade. And I might actually put a drop of gesso in there too to make it a little less translucent, because these paints are not really opaque.
Are you using the media line?
I'm using a mixture of stuff.
Oh, okay.
I've got the Premier from, who the heck is this? This Mars Black is called Premier, and then the violet I'm using is the Basics, and then the Master Touch, and I just have a bunch of paint.
Yeah. Well, that's when you have to like try them all out and figure out.
Yeah, but what I want is, what I did was I changed the color to a little bit darker, and I'm trying to make it a little more opaque just by the mixture that I'm mixing up here.
All right, so I think I've got my first layer done.
Well, I like it.
Oh, dang, I've got my pages upside down and backwards, and man, I told you guys I'm not with it. I'm just not with it today, or yesterday, or the day before, since I got back. I feel like I'm on another planet. I might be on another planet. Okay, I think I've got them mostly trimmed. It was a little bit trickier than I expected. Okay, I can show it anyways. Here. So that's my first layer. Now what?
Layer number 2.
I honestly have no idea what I'm doing. I knew that I was going to use those papers, and that was all the further planning I got. I got a little bit of text over here through this napkin and a little bit of it over there too. So I might maybe just do a little bit of finger painting, maybe, just to kind of
painting. That's fun.
Fill in a little bit. Ruth says, just keep going. You'll get there. Maybe. How about some gold? Do some gold on this cheetah print just to kind of cover up the text because it's party, and maybe some copper. Ooh, copper. Yes, yes, we do need copper. I'm definitely positively.
Love it so far, Shel. So go. It's a hit.
All right. Well, I like it too. I'm like thinking that maybe just put the word zoo on there and be done. I mean, doesn't it like? Isn't that what it says to you? I mean, it's like
it does say.
Does it really?
It does say
anything
wild
else?
and crazy. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, sometimes you just. I do like this gold though. That's pretty nice. Let's put a little bit right here. can't go wrong with a little finger painting is all I'm saying.
No, I like painting with my fingers, although I usually try to make sure I get my art guard on before I do my finger painting.
Yes, I did put the gloves in the bottle on, so I gloved my bottle or bottled my glove or something. And that does help with the text that was right there. I don't know if you guys could see it, but it was there.
Shel and I were talking about that before the show because, you know, with winter weather and all of these products, your hands do tend to take abuse. So remember to be not kind to yourself.
Yeah, mine are the sides of my fingers, like in between my fingers. The skin is peeling off, and I don't even have winter. And I was just in a extremely humid climate for 2 weeks, so I would definitely say that it has something to do with the chemicals that I'm getting on my hands on a daily basis that is causing my skin to peel. Because there's, you know, yes, it's very dry here, so but you can't say it's that because it's dry all the time. It's dry all year long. All right, where's the copper? Let's get some copper.
Ooh, copper, yeah.
Yeah, you know how I am about that.
Yeah, I think I'm done playing with paint, though.
Are you? But you didn't get any copper. You need copper.
Well, I can't do pens and all kinds of other things, you know. We do have an arsenal.
I guess that's what you would call it, an art arsenal. Ooh, I do love this copper. Copper is the best color. It's just
I like
the
this
best.
crocodile stencil. He's pretty cool.
I don't have a crocodile stencil. I didn't have any really stencils I thought would go with this particular stuff. I didn't really find anything I liked.
I think I got a snake skin someplace too, but I didn't dig it out. So I should probably dry this.
Oh, darn it. I just got copper on my other page. Where's the piece of paper I had in between there? Dang it, dang it, dang it, dang it. Shouldn't be any copper on this one. Silly thing. I can hear you drying.
Yep.
Oh, there's also a little spot where it's coming up.
I wonder if I can find that snake skin. I should look for that, shouldn't I?
Sure.
Cool. Let's see if I can locate that one.
All right. That's as good as that's going to get. And maybe I need a little bit more copper. Just right there. Just a smidgen. A smidgen. I'm pretty happy with that. What do y'all think? Laura says, Shel, if that was my page, I'd write zoo and call it done. That's right. I know what you're saying. It is very zooey. I think I'm gonna use these because I love this stamp set. It's an old one from Stampin' Up. I don't know if they still have it or not, but maybe just some real naturally papers. There's an echo.
There is?
Yeah, do you have one of your other devices on?
No. Are you getting...
I can hear myself.
Huh.
That's bizarre. any sound coming from this.
I'm only hearing one person at a time. I only have one
Does
device on.
Does anybody hear an echo of me? Or is it just me?
Might just be you.
Maybe. Well, I'm going to go find some sort of paper to do some stamping while this is drying. So you're on.
Because you're getting it through your headset, right?
Yeah. It stopped now.
Okay.
So, I don't know. I'll be right back.
All right. So I'm going to use, I have a different stencil. This one is, I believe, from Stencil Girl. I couldn't find the snake one. I think the snake one was an Andy Skinner. But I'm going to use some archival ink and use the Stencil Girl looking Stencil Girl stencil.
Oh, yeah. Stencil Girl. They're awesome.
Yeah, they are. That's actually where I'm going.
You're going to Stencil Girl?
Yep, in St. Louis.
Oh, really?
Yep.
I'm so jealous.
Where I'm headed.
I'm like super, super jealous. I don't get to go anywhere fun like Stencil Girl. I just have to go to stupid Mazatlan.
In my future, I don't know. Yeah, this is the weekend with Seth Apter and Mary Beth Shaw.
At Stencil Girl.
Yep.
At Stencil. Oh, wow. I don't even have any of their stencils, let alone ever been to their place.
Oh, yeah, you do. You got Seth's one.
Oh, because you gave it to me. That's why. I want to be in the stencil club. They have a stencil club.
I considered that, but I really like picking my own stencils.
Yeah, you don't know exactly what you're going to get from that, but wouldn't it be fun to just get a box of, envelope and every month and just like get to open it and say, oh, looky.
Let's play with this.
This is more fun stencils, but yeah, I can't afford that. So. All right, I found a piece. I don't know if you did I turn? Okay, I found a piece of other handmade paper that's just kind of got, I don't know, it almost looks like coffee stains or something. But anyway, I'm going to stamp these on there, and then I'm going to use them on my page. My page is drying still. I didn't force dry it, so I've got some archival inks that won't be mad if I go and use some sort of wet stuff over the top. Barbara is also super jealous.
Sorry, guys.
Let's see what else.
Some things I just have to go do.
So Sybil, is the echo gone now? She says she could hear it.
Oh, she could. Huh.
Yeah, she could hear it.
So I think I'm done with my background finally.
Yay, let's take a look at it. Switch back over. Well, that's pretty darn cool.
You like it?
Yes, it's very zooey.
Very animalistic, huh?
She says she still hears it, I think. I don't hear it anymore. I don't know what the deal is. There's no other devices on.
No.
My phone's not on. My iPad is on, but the volume is completely turned down. You don't have any other devices on?
Nope. Not a one.
Why is it constantly? We are constantly having some sort of issue.
On. Wait a minute. I'm going to go to Google Hangouts.
Oh, you think it's in there, maybe? Something in there?
Well, my microphone on my laptop is shut off. I turned the speaker off.
Yeah, and mine is selected to my headset, so there shouldn't be any other microphones on. I don't know.
All right. I don't know. We were having some sound issues earlier. Continuation. Sorry.
Oh, Marie says the echo is gone. Liz says the echo is gone. Deborah doesn't hear it. So whatever happened, it went away. Good.
Maybe it was just the lag time from when you did whatever you did.
Maybe, who knows?
All right, now I need to figure out what I want to do on here.
Write zoo and call it good?
Yeah. I was, well, I really want to do a giraffe on here. Just not sure which
Yeah,
one.
because of your inspiration piece.
Well, one of these out of the coloring book I did, this Wild and Crazy coloring book.
Oh,
I think I got that. Yeah, I got this at Tuesday morning. It's just a pocket-sized coloring book. And so I colored this page, which I could put on here.
Ooh, I like it.
Inspiration is giraffes, right?
And that's so cute. Look at the mommy and the baby.
Aren't they
That's
sweet?
so cute.
So I just need to find some other elements. Yeah, like I said, I got a lot of different stuff. Like this, and like this, and like this. You know, I have safari stuff.
You do. You have like lots of stuff. Yesterday when you were at the hangout, you were like, "Oh yeah, look, I've got this and this," and I'm like, "I've got some paper and a stamp set."
We like the zoo. We do like the zoo.
Yeah, the zoo is awesome. Hi, Jules. I'm glad you made it. Oh, hi, Patty. I didn't know you were here. She says that the echo was coming through your headset when you were looking for stencils.
Oh.
So maybe when you bent over or something. Aren't you using a snowball?
Not a headset.
No, snowball, right?
Yeah.
I don't know. Oh, well, it's gone. We don't care. We're done worrying about it.
Yeah. Interesting.
Yeah.
Something else to figure out, right?
I'm tired. I'm tired of figuring things out. See if I can find a water brush that actually won't do anything. So I stamped all the animals from the stamp set on this paper, and I'm going to cut it out using water. But I'm trying to do something about a water brush that will actually have water. You know, I have issues with that. I'm going to fill this one up.
Water brushes with water, novel concept.
You know, my water brushes are always clogged up, seems like. So now that one has actually got water, hopefully I can cut this out. This is a good way to use napkins too. This is a good way to cut out napkins. This paper is pretty thick, but it is a handmade paper, so I'm hoping that it will weaken. I may be out of luck. It is not weakened at all. Ugh. Oh, there we go. Just took it a minute, I guess. It's got to really have a lot of water. It's pretty thick, so to get that deckly edge, you're really going to have to get some serious water on there. But I do want that nice deckly edge. There you go. See? See, it gets that really pretty edge on it. Of course, this side now needs to be decolatized. Is that a word?
I don't know.
For sure it's not a word. I'm going to decolatize it. Yep.
How's that?
Yep. It's totally a word. Come on, baby. Let's do it.
I'll be right back. I got to grab something.
Okay. Come on, seriously. This paper is tough. Tougher than me. There. All right. One giraffe decolatized from my page. And I've got all these extra little bits and bobs everywhere. I'm making a mess, but I don't care because that's what it's all about. See, isn't that cute though? That's cute. This is going to be perfect. So I'm going to do the zebra next. Ruth says that if I can say it, it's a word. I could say it. Decolletized. Almost like deputized, only for art. So this stamp set is really cute. I wonder if it's still available. Even if it's not, you could probably find it on eBay or even on Amazon. They have that where you can sell on Amazon now. Just an average person can sell. So I bet you could find it on there too, but it's awfully cute. I was a Stampin' Up! Demonstrator for a really, really long time. And so I have tons and tons of stamps that probably aren't in existence and being manufactured anymore, but I'm not going to go out and buy a bunch of stamps just because, you know, I'm going to use what I have. You should always use what you have. Where did Peg go? She's disappeared. Maybe she went to get some coffee. It's one of those days. I hear her coming back.
Sorry about that.
You went upstairs because I heard you clumping on the stairs.
I did go upstairs. It's my yeah. Today is leaf pickup and all kinds of stuff going on here, so it's kind of nutso.
We have decided that decolletized is indeed a word.
Okay, I think so. I don't know if I like that.
Barbara, it's a handmade paper that I have no idea where it came from, but it's I'm using water to pull it apart and weaken it so that I can get the fluffy edges. The most common type of paper that is the easiest to find of something like this is called mulberry paper. But I think this is an actual handmade one that somebody made. But this one, you definitely have to use a lot of water to get it to come apart because it's really pretty tough. You can make your own handmade paper also. Pretty inexpensively, you can use junk mail and stuff. And there's kits, or else you can make your own screen by just getting some of that. You know, when the screens on your windows need replacing because the birds have pulled out all the little strings or whatever, that netting stuff. No, seriously, it happened at my house.
Yeah, yeah, I know.
It's like they think it's good nesting material and they pull them apart.
Yeah.
That
they
stuff.
Do like all the stuff we provide for them, don't they?
Yeah, they do. You can get some of that stuff and you can use it on an embroidery hoop. So put the netting and then snap the hoop together, and then that can be your own paper making screen. And then all you have to do is just get an old blender, because you don't really want to use your blender because you might want to make margaritas. So get an old one from a garage sale and just blend up that paper until it's pulp, and then spread it on the screen and let it dry, and you've made your own handmade paper. I know that made a whole lot of sense, didn't it? Probably should do that sometime. You can put botanicals in it. It's fun. It's a fun thing to do. All right, I'm on my last little guy here. Oh no, I just tore him his head off.
Oh no.
Mr. Alligator just got his head torn right off.
Oh, poor alligator.
Gonna have to make a new alligator. That was very cruel of me, wasn't it?
Oh, stuff happens, right?
Yep.
The life of an alligator is not easy.
No, especially when people come and tear your head off.
I remember this song that my kids sang when they were like in kindergarten, and it was about a crocodile. Funny because it was about all the stuff that a crocodile swallows.
Oh my.
And I think that was one of the comments was, "Oh my." Oh, it's pretty cute. I need to put something. I need a quote or something.
Now the phone is ringing again. I wonder if it's the same person.
I don't know. It's dark. Oh, I can't make up my mind today. Do you have days like that?
All the time. This time, whoever it was who rang the phone didn't leave a message. So that's the usual kind of calls that we get. It's because it's a robot calling or something. All right. Now I've got my animals.
Cool.
For my zoo. Let's see. What should we do with them? I shall put them on. That guy's pretty heavy, so he needs to stay in the middle or something. They are cute. They are cute, cute, cute. I think I'm going to put zoo over here. So maybe Mr. Antelope can come over here.
So I think I'm going to use a sentiment to tie this together.
Okay. Sounds like a plan. Let's see what you're doing over there. Oh, you're writing it in your own actual hands. You're so brave.
Well, we must be brave at some point, right?
Maybe. I'm not too brave about my stupid handwriting.
You know, I am not, it's my book, you know, and I'm not too worried about the whole thing about it being my hand. And I'm trying to get more used to that. I really hated my handwriting. I think we all do that to ourselves.
Yes.
And I'm trying to overcome that. So I'm writing more in my book these days. And my sentiment goes right along with that because what it says is let your faith be taller than your fears.
Perfect. Perfect because giraffes are tall. Perfect because you might be afraid of animals. And perfect because you're overcoming your fear of writing in your own book.
So that's where I'm headed with this today.
Sounds good to me. I don't know what I'm going to put as far as words yet. I probably should have looked for a quote instead of...
I'm just trying to fatten these up and making it worse, but that's okay.
Antelope. I do know that I need to do something.
Oh, they're talking about yesterday and Nomo Robo.
Oh, they're talking to, I think
The
it
phone
was
thing.
Michelle said that you
Yeah.
could make them not send you robocalls anymore.
Yeah.
I need to do that.
I was glad to hear it really worked. I mean, I've done the do not call and all of that, and they still call.
Yeah, they do. I am on the do not call list. Well, yeah, right.
So,
Yeah.
so much for that one.
I just want to get rid of our landline phone because all that's ever on it is calls from people asking for money or
Yeah.
wanting me to go to a timeshare presentation or some junk. It's all that's ever on there. But then there's Mr. I won't carry a cell phone.
Well, then leave it at home plugged in.
There you go.
Yeah, I don't really care because even when my husband had a cell phone, he didn't carry it with him. I'd have to remind him when he went out the door. You're going for a walk. If you have a heart attack, it would really be nice if you had a phone on you.
Yeah, exactly. Okay, I've got all my animals on now. And I'll show you guys. I'm going to, of course, take some sort of darkening something. I could use a China marker, I could use charcoal, or probably my go-to is just the Stabilo. And I'm going to just go around the edges and just add some darkness so that it makes the animals do that thing with the P word. Makes them come out from the background. Another option would have been to put an extra layer of paper underneath, but I was too lazy. So I figured I could just do it with a marker or something.
Well, and I was auditioning papers underneath mine, and I still wasn't coming up with just the right combination. So I don't know. I haven't actually nailed anything down to the page yet.
Oh, I don't think you're going to nail it. I think you're going to glue it.
Well, you never know. I have a lot of brads in my collection too. I might have some animal ones.
That's true, but those aren't really nails. They're brads.
Yeah.
But I could see you probably have a power nail gun with a.
Well, I don't own one of those. Can you believe it?
No, I can't. I can't believe it. I wished I owned one of those. Those are so cool.
Power screwdrivers. So yeah, power saws. Yeah.
I would like to have a jigsaw where I could cut out wood pieces and you do something in my art with wood pieces, but
yeah,
I don't have one.
Yeah.
Maybe I'll get one.
Maybe you will.
Yeah.
Page is looking good, Shel.
Thank you. So is yours. I'm going to put some words on it and then I'm thinking I'm going to be done. So what time are we at? It's almost an hour.
Yeah, just in an hour.
Yep. So still got some time.
We had a magic jack for a while too.
Oh, my mom had one of those. I don't think she really ever figured out how to use it though.
Well, that's been a long time ago, actually. Things just keep moving on, don't they?
They do. They most definitely do.
Yeah, I just got my husband a mini computer to hook to his television. So he's been playing with that since yesterday.
What is it doing for him? He can look on the internet for stuff, or?
Oh yeah, it's fully functional computer, but now you got it on the big screen, and he's in his back room there. He's got a big screen, so
keeps
I've
him
had
out of your
one
hair.
down here for a while, and I think he was a little jealous. So I ordered one for him. So now he has nothing to be jealous of.
Nope.
But
except for your amazing, talented.
Reasonable now. You know, you can get a computer for $100.
Yep. I don't know if that's enough. Do they stand out? I don't know. I have an idea. Well, I'm gonna put something over here with the.
What's that they say? Jungle Book. It's no, not Jungle Book. What is it? Lion King?
Lion King. I don't even have a lion though.
Saying something about Macumba or
Hakuna Matata. Hakuna Matata.
Matata.
Ain't no passing craze. Hakuna Matata. Yeah. What a wonderful day. I can't remember what the words are, but it doesn't matter. I can sing like a lounge singer. Yeah. Okay. I'm going to go get some letters. Okay. I shall return momentarily.
All right. Letters are a good thing. Sounds like she's getting ready to make a statement on her page. And I'm going to figure out my placement here eventually. Do I want it rough or do I want it? I'll go that way. Like that and round the corner. Get my corner rounder. Everybody, chomp, chomp. Yeah, I think I just want a little reveal of that cardboard. This is just regular cardboard. And probably a little glue.
Okay. I had another idea. I'll get my letters on there first. Since I use stamps, I'm just going to continue to use stamps. How's that for a plan?
I think it's a plan.
I think so too. The question is, do I stamp right on the page or do I stamp on something else? I think I'm going to stamp on the page, and I think I'm going to actually use paint to do it. Or maybe I'm going to use black gesso to do it. So I need a sponge applicator brush thingamabobber.
Oh. That's a technical term in case nobody knew.
Okay.
Thingamajig-bobber or whatever.
Yeah, I need that. Thingamajigama.
I said that's a technical term in case nobody knew.
Everyone seems to like our pages. Good. Peggy says she has a mini miter saw.
They probably wouldn't tell us if they didn't.
Yeah, guys, your pages are hideous. Please stop what you're doing. That never seems to happen, does it?
Okay, I don't think I can take the rejection.
This is scary, stamping right onto the page.
Oh, it's fun.
Scary. Gonna make it crooked. I know I am. I need another.
My glue's getting so old it's hard to squeeze out of the bottle.
You gotta store it upside down and backwards.
Scoop them out there.
EFGHIJKLMNOP.
Oh, then I got a lot of it.
Hakuna Matata.
Made a mess.
Hakuna Matata. It just means it's going to be okay. It's all good.
It is all good.
Yeah. I just stamped on here and it didn't come out right. So I'm going to have to fix it with the paintbrush. It was too bumpy right there.
Don't like
Those
that.
Need some. Donna wants to know if there's a reason to choose black gesso over paint. This black gesso is so opaque. It is so opaque. And it's also very, very matte. It's not shiny like an acrylic paint. So that's the reason that I chose it, because I knew that it would be thick and heavy over all this bumpiness and craziness that's on this page. That's why I didn't choose ink, because I knew that I couldn't effectively stamp over all this stuff. So that's the reason that I chose it. But black paint would also, you know, if you had Mars black or something paint, that would work too. It would be shinier if you wanted it to be shiny. I hope that answers your question.
I'd say that's a pretty good answer.
Yeah. That's my reasoning. Just a preference thing, probably.
Yeah.
Actually, the black marble Dilutions paint would have been really nice, because that one is nice and opaque also. Very, very opaque. But some of my other blacks are too thin. So.
And that's where you have to experiment with your paints, because they're not all created equal.
No, they are not. Absolutely not. We could go in a long discussion about paints and the differences between them, and
yeah,
why you actually go ahead and pay for a more expensive paint even when you think it's ridiculous that it's that price.
Right. I mean, that's one of the reasons I was mixing my black into that other paint earlier on.
To make it more opaque.
Because it was not opaque enough for the application that I wanted to use it for.
Yep. And that's just something that comes from playing with it, or else some people are obsessive swatchers, and they swatch everything as soon as they get a new product. They swatch it to see how it behaves. I don't do that. I just use it and then decide if I.
And when we don't like it, we paint over the top of it.
That's right. You don't see me swatch. Occasionally I'll swatch. Like I had to swatch all those markers because the end colors were not the same as the marker, which is just stupid. Don't even get me started. Okay, now I put the zoo too far over.
Must be it's not that big a deal wherever they're being produced, evidently, to have something that doesn't match.
Yep. I'm gonna mute and dry this so that I don't get it all over my Posca pens. So
sounds like a plan. Oh dear, my paper's stuck. There we go. You ever made a hideous page? Yes. Yes, I have. Actually, you're going to see some in the pages that I'm using for this month, because some of the hideous pages that I've made, I just go ahead and put other things on top of. And yeah, they become other pages because it's still paper and it's still paint and you can still use it. So I do use it.
The thing is that when I make a hideous page that I cannot not stand, and I think it's the worst thing ever, people still like it.
Yeah.
And they're like, oh, that's great, and it's so pretty and whatever. And I'm thinking, yuck. So
Yeah.
hideous is in the eye of the beholder.
Right. It really is, you know, it's just.
Like even my art journal page for tomorrow, because I made one in advance in order to have time to edit. So I'm like one page ahead. The one that I have for tomorrow, I don't like. But I showed it to Peg, and she's like, oh, I really like that. So you just never know.
Yeah.
You just never know.
Well, and you know, it's we see different things in what we're doing from what everybody else's eye does. That's why it's so subjective, why art is so subjective.
Mm-hmm.
Because everybody has their own vantage point.
Yep.
So,
And the artist is coming from the point of, I want to portray something. I want this piece to give you a feeling of something, and they don't think they have succeeded necessarily. And then all of a sudden someone else sees it and thinks it's great and gets it perfectly. So, yeah.
we're sitting here saying, oh, yuck.
Yuck.
Didn't want to put that one up, but.
Gonna do it anyway because, yeah. Okay, I'm going to put some white Posca pins on there, man, because life is not done until a page is not done until you've used your white Posca pin.
Yeah.
That's my personal rule. I need to order some more because I'm running out.
Now, Posca pens are wonderful. I honestly don't know what I did before Posca pens.
You had other lame pins that you thought were cool until you've got the Posca pins.
Yeah.
And you're like, no,
I know. I really had other pens that I thought were dumb, and I'd get mad at them every time I used them.
Yeah, that's true. I had that too. The zoo inside of you. Yep, that's what it says.
Did I hear a saying coming out?
That's what I put, but I don't know if it makes any sense, but that's what I put. Because that has so much different ability to be interpreted by 1,000 different things.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I just have one more thing I'm going to do to this, and then I'm going to be done. And it has to do with Posca pin. I just have to find one.
Because I had time to do a little border. I thought I would.
Yeah, we've still got 15 minutes to go. So we are doing well. Find a brown Posca pin. That's what I'm looking for. This one hasn't been used for a while. Oh, it's not a very nice brown. But I thought it would be kind of fun to make a few little stitches like these pieces are sewed on. And I wanted to do it with actual jute. But
that would have been fun.
I did, but the other side, I can't like pierce it. So I guess I could glue on there. I guess I could glue them on, but
yeah,
that sounds like a big pain in the patootie.
Yeah.
So I'm just gonna try to make them.
Yeah.
Yeah, all these little.
But,
yeah.
you know, when you think about it, you think about these different things that you can do, and you think about how fun it would be to do some of these different processes. But we only have so many days and so much time to do these in, since we're doing one every day, right?
Yeah. Whose idea was that? Oh, wait, it was mine. Well, I hope that conveys what I was trying to do. I don't know if it does.
Ooh, just about stuck my shirt sleeve in that one. Whoa.
That's always fun.
Not so much.
Hello, Ray. I'm glad you could arrive.
I think this black one's going dry on me too. Oh, we do use those pens, don't we?
Yeah. The problem I'm having right now with my pens is that these little pieces. You remember I did the what's that thing called? Pencil around them, and they're wet.
Oh yeah.
The paper absorbed the water, and it's now absorbing the Posca pen and not just letting it slide onto the top because it's wet. So it's a little weird. And it's also getting paper fiber on my Posca pen. Annoying. But I think I'm done. I think I'm actually done. Yeah, well, it really wasn't that complicated. It wasn't like, I'm going to stamp the date on it and I'm going to call it good. Before the hour and a half, amazingly. So I can just sit and watch you.
Yeah, I need to put the information about it down there. I think I want just a little speckle of splasherini Rooney on there.
What day is this? 9? 9?
Get a brush. And some stuff I can splash.
Splash!
There, I'll call that done. How's that?
Sounds like a plan. I'm trying to find a place to stamp the date.
Good enough.
Today is the 9th.
Today is the 9th.
Okay, I'm calling it done.
Huh.
Woohoo! I'm glad it's done.
Do it over here. Let's see. Hashtag art journal.
So I'll give you guys a close-up while she's writing.
2017.
Let's start over there.
Okie dokie. So I think I'm done.
And here's her close-up. There we go. Oh, look at those giraffes. They're so cute. And you used a backing pages of out of that Safari scrapbook.
Yeah, I had some pages from this paper studio that had some coloration on, and a little bit of cardboard that I just tore off of some packaging.
Yeah.
And
I love it. It's great. Love it.
Thank you.
Awesome. So does anybody have any question? Oh, here's a question. Could you guys talk about your camera setup and editing software? Well, we've got a few more minutes. I have a Logitech. It's the kind of web camera that you would clip to the top of your computer so that you could talk on Skype. And I don't see the number on it.
It's probably a 920.
Yeah, I think it's a 920.
I think
yeah.
920. which is the
Yeah.
same as what I use.
And I created my own stand for it out of PVC pipe so that it hangs over my desk. It's attached to, I have like a C shape that sits on the desk. That's the base. And in the center, up comes a pole. And then there's an elbow, and out comes a pole. And then I drilled a hole in the end so that I can use a screw to screw my camera, which then hangs down over my desk. And then it is plugged into a laptop, which is an old laptop that I got from my son because he got a nice fancy one. And I use the Logitech software that comes with the camera to film. And that's how I'm doing it now. Before that, until maybe 2 or 3 months ago, I used my iPhone to film. So of my 350 or so videos, probably 325 of them are done with an iPhone. So how about you, Peg?
Yeah, and I have actually used a number of different cameras. I've used my phone, I've used my iPad, I have a Logitech 920 camera.
She has a snowball microphone
camera
that she's using, which is different than the microphone I'm using.
Blue Snowball. I also have a Planetonics headset that has a microphone and earphones on that I've used. My thing I'm broadcasting on right now is an HP 360, which is a cheap little computer. Actually, it's not even a computer. It's more like a tablet. And I just hardwire that in so we have a good connection.
Yeah, that's important. I'm in a different room than my desktop that I use for editing, but I have drug a wire from my router all the way across the hallway and into this room so that my laptop is hardwired and not wireless. Really important for live to have a hardwired connection. And I use a Logitech headset.
The thing about the Logitech camera that people don't know is they think they're getting a better camera when they go to the 930, but that's really meant for gamers. It's not meant for people doing YouTube.
Yeah, I actually bought the 930 when I started this new, moved into this new studio. I bought the 930 thinking that was the most best one, because it was the newest one. And it didn't even have software. It had like this whole live gaming situation that I couldn't understand. And so I sent it back to Amazon and I got the 920. So the 920 is a lot better for what we do.
Yeah, for what we're doing, that's the best thing.
Yeah.
And it also has a microphone that's built in that you can use. Like if you're doing YouTube videos and you want to use the microphone, you don't have to buy another external one if you use the one on your camera.
Gina, I'm still using the free software to edit. What's it called?
Oh, yeah.
Movie Maker. I use Movie Maker.
Yeah, Movie Maker. That's what we all use because we're not going to buy something, this isn't paying us to go out and buy a bunch of stuff to do this with. And, I bought my camera and headset initially because I was doing Google Hangouts and was just hanging out with people making art. Mm-hmm. So it wasn't even about the YouTube. It was about hanging out with people and making art.
Azure Muse, I'm using the software that comes with Logitech. I don't use OBS or anything fancy for live streaming or anything. It's just the software that comes. And on YouTube, we're using Hangouts, Google Hangouts, which is what the live streaming from YouTube is. So you don't even need OBS or anything like that.
No. And as far as our other Hangouts are concerned, we have moved away from Google Hangouts to Zoom because Google Hangouts for a larger group was unstable and we had a lot of issues with sound and photo. where we don't have that with Zoom. So that's why we're using that platform.
All right, it looks like we've come up on almost time to quit.
Yeah.
So I think everyone seems, they seem to think the pages are great. They say that we're good teachers.
Oh, thank you. We're glad you're here. We're always amazed at the wonderful response that we get. And, if you're not part of our group, do come and join us because we have a lot of fun over there too. Like I said, it's a friendly community. It's not meant for, advertisement or anything like that. It's just a helping community where we share and grow in our art. So come join us.
And for those of you who are watching on the recording, we also really, really appreciate you. And please remember to give it a thumbs up and leave us a comment or a question, or something like that.
Remember to click the little bell for notifications because we let you know when we're going to be here.
Yep. Like next Thursday.
Yeah. Okay, guys. Thanks so much. Have a great day.
Bye-bye.
Bye.